solid forming in the air. The wall of death is lowered in Times Square. No one seems to know. They carry on as if nothing was there. The wind is blowing harder now, blowing dust into my eyes. The dust settles on my skin, making a crust I cannot move in. And I'm hovering like a fly, waiting for the windshield on the freeway.
Alright, looks like something's actually happening here. We're just above 200, so we should be pretty close to boiling. It's been 85 minutes, and I only put the lid on after 40 minutes, so that and the fact that I started out with tap cold water means that within 85 minutes, even though I screwed up, looks like we're pretty close to boiling. Hear the sound. You can see an awful lot of little bubbles rising out of there. Let's take a look. Woo! Yeah, it's definitely hot. The lid's got these tiny little steam holes in it. Oops. That's all we're going to see of it, I guess. Alright, well, it's 94 minutes now. And at about 90, this thing actually started to boil. And as you can see, it's over 210 now. I don't know if you can see that, but it is over 210. And the other thing, you can see that it actually does have a good rolling boil going. I can see it's leaking out of the lid in various places. The lid's not that tight, but it seems to be sealing up fairly well. The steam that's escaping out of these vents leaves a little puddle, so I imagine it'll drip as time goes on. Not a very good idea, but I suppose it's not a bad compromise. So yeah, there you go. There's a boil in about 90 minutes, and that's with the lid off for the first half of the 90 minutes. It works. All right, so here we are at a full rolling boil, and the interesting thing is the second I turn off the heating element, the boiling doesn't stop, but it's obviously slowed way down. It's probably enough to keep a boil going for a little while, but you definitely need to keep applying the heat to this thing. Let's see where we are on the dot. Yeah, just a tad over 200, so according to the thermometer, that's the thermostat's pretty accurate. Anyway, you'll definitely need to apply heat for the duration of a boil. I don't know how that's going to translate into preventing boil over, but that'll be tricky. So there's 6 gallons in here now, minus whatever's boiled off in steam, and a boil over would happen pretty quick with that small amount of space left. So a 5-gallon boil may make a lot of sense. Here we go. Now we'll start the timer and see how long it takes for it to cool down. I'm hoping it'll hold temperature pretty well with this outside jacket, which is now warm, but not too warm to touch. And we'll come back and see. Alright, it's 90 minutes later, and the temperature is, oh, you can't read it in there. Temperature is still 170 degrees. So so I retained heat pretty well and never really got hot on the outside. Okay, it's kind of hard to see this, but the water level is right down to the top of the valve. So that drain right there leaves at least a gallon behind. So this thing will need to be tilted to actually drain the whole contents, and we'll see how much is actually